According to Disney, Epcot is finally transformed with the opening of Communicore Hall. Not only is it open, they finally have a festival space that is being used for festivals. And a lot of people are comparing it to a college dorm room cafeteria or even an empty airport terminal. Let's talk about what went wrong at Epcot here on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is theme park aficionado, Mr. VashSky. Vash, are you ready to talk about that great, big, beautiful tomorrow?
If it was great, big, and beautiful, sure, but unfortunately, Jonas, that is not the case here. Oh man, Communicore Hall. We were told, Jonas. We were told for eons that it's going to be better, folks. When it gets a festival, that's when it's really going to be dressed up because this is a flex space, don't you know? Well, Jonas, why don't you go ahead and take it away from here?
Let's do this. Communicore Hall transforms for Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. This by Katie Francis over there at WDWNT. Communicore Hall has undergone a bit of a transformation. That's the appropriate word right there. Bit of a transformation for the 2024 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. It's slated to change seasonally to be the festival center for whichever iteration Epcot is hosting at the time. We got some fake walls here. That's worth the money. They got some signs up for the Food and Wine Festival and macatizers. I don't know what a macatizer is, but there you go. There's a big giant blue thing that could be a light here in the center, and below it is your standard community college cafeteria, chairs, and tables right here. Looks like a festival to me.
Yeah, this is definitely giving that festival atmosphere. Again, how is this supposed to be much different from what was already there? I mean, that's the thing, right? This was supposed to be a space that could be transformed and really plussed up without much effort because, well, it's a bland backdrop or a blank canvas in which to work on. I'm not really seeing the coats of paint on this.
Right. And this was announced by Bob Chapek back in, I want to say, 2019. And then Epcot was, Vash, am I got that year right?
Well, remember in 2019, that was the big festival center, that big pavilion that was supposed to be made in lieu of something like this. And then when those plans were truncated, I believe in 2022, Josh G. Morrow takes the stage and goes, no, we're going to come up with something better, folks. It's Communicore Hall, you see.
I see. See, now I had heard that giant pavilion was supposed to be for fireworks viewing, which, of course, if it's for fireworks viewing, that means that they would charge you for some kind of a dinner package in order to do that. It looks like someone has left their laundry in the space here. They probably need to clear that out before people come through. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. This is the merch center here that they've added into one end of the festival space. The rest of the space is occupied by a temporary queue and festival merchandise. The full food and wine merchandise lineup, including Figment, Ratatouille, Chef Mickey, and more, is over at the Connection Shop, which is not far from here. So it doesn't look like they're putting a lot of effort into even turning this into a merch location. They do have all the flags up here to represent the idea of Epcot. I'm not sure. Is Play Pavilion also represented here?
I don't think so. That's an interesting question. I haven't actually looked at the flags on the side there. I don't even know if Play Pavilion got a logo. Maybe
it did because they put a Play Pavilion logo in the outside in the flag. So yeah, it definitely did. Now, another aspect of Project Gamma, which they did an entire documentary on National Geographic about the transformation of the park here. They're cutting back on live entertainment. We'll talk about the lights, which are still in need of a little bit of refurbishment there. They've extended the Forces of Nature acrobatic show into next year. Here is a young lady, and I think this is supposed to represent the Earth with her costume here. She's standing on top of a metal ball of some kind. So yeah, they have this. I'm going to say, I don't want to say controversial show because I don't think anyone's mad about it, but it does go in the category of Disney. What are you doing? That we often talk about here on the channel. This is just about at eye level here, and the person is standing, I would say, within 6 feet of the performers here, this platform. They've even had some of the dancers walking along this edge right here, having to fight the bushes as they walk along to do the performance, and then getting on here, and they all spin on this metal pole sphere. I'm trying to not describe this too fully, but yeah, this is a better indication of how everyone would interact with this. There's a rope here that keeps people from getting too close, but it's very close to the guests. It has house music playing over, like a, that kind of thing. And the women are dressed in these outfits and doing dancer things on a metal apparatus. So that's being extended into 2025.
Yes. Yeah. I think the only thing we're missing is an ATM for singles. Is that right, Jonas?
Yeah, we should probably move on from this one pretty quick. It's the kind of thing that, okay, if you have a performer like this and it's on a stage at a circus, and then it could be a very graceful and elegant thing, but when it's in your face and you've got techno music playing and all of that, it's reminiscent of other things that Florida is known for, not necessarily Disney. But Vash, I think you've got an update on the lighting situation out there at World Celebration Gardens.
Yes. Unfortunately, we do. So we have been noting in the past that this beautiful light display that debuted with this area of World Celebration, well, you can see right here, it looked great on day one, but unfortunately on day, I don't know, 20, I mean, it didn't last that long. Well, now they are completely unilluminated, as you can see right there. From Mickey Central. Also, too, Showcase of Wishes was able to get some pictures as well. Yeah, completely non-functioning. But here's the thing, Jonas. It actually gets worse than this, because one of the things that was touted very early on for this whole reimagining of Epcot was the entrance fountain. You'll note that there's this like geometric shape there representing the Epcot logo right in front of Spaceship Earth. It actually looks great, but you can see right here in this video, that has started to malfunction too. So a lot of the lighting effects that were implemented for this reimagining of Epcot now are defunct or not functioning correctly. I don't even know if the big multi-LED strip that runs along the side of this entrance corridor is even functioning fully as well. But don't worry, because, we've got an update to some of the entertainment offerings at Epcot, specifically how they're going away. This from Blog Mickey. Figment meet and greet suspended following issues at Journey into Imagination attraction in Epcot. The article notes that for some reason, Figment has not been meeting and greeting guests. You'll note that this was one of the only things announced for Epcot at, I believe, not this past D23, but the last one. So a lot of people are kind of miffed, like, well, we can't even meet Figment at this point. Well, yes, it would seem that that is the case. Apparently, that meet and greet has been having issues ever since it was implemented, and it's supposedly going to be taken off the Times Guide as well, which is really unfortunate. Going back to Communicore just for a second, some people have already had their fun talking about look, Spirit Halloween being more decorated than this festival center here. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. Even Scott Gustin got into the act when it came to the memes. A lot of people having a lot of fun with this, and of course at Disney's expense. But I want to bring you to another tweet that somebody showcased for this by Park Journey. 2 new seasonal stores opened in Orlando over the past couple of days, and they couldn't be more different. This obviously talking about the Legacy store over there at Universal Studios, just down I-4 there. You can see there's just a different mentality when it comes to these flex spaces and theming them for a theme park setting.
Yeah, I feel like there are 2 ships passing in the night, and as the Disney difference has turned into not much of a difference at all, maybe there is starting to be a difference here, and it seems to be in Universal's favor. Here, Universal obviously is doing Halloween Horror Nights right now. We did a live stream last night where we talked about the new villains thing at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And we talked about the Harry Potter ride that's going in, the Battle for the Ministry ride. And of course, we also talked about Halloween Horror Nights, and the effort that goes into that event is truly impressive, even though it's not quite the kind of thing that I really enjoy. I'm not on that gory side of Halloween. Personally, I'm more on that Tim Burton-esque side of Halloween. But here is Disney with their cue markers and their laundry racks trying to move some Figment merch, but they don't even want to put Figment in the park. There is technically a Figment ride over there, but it hasn't gotten much love for a very long time. So,
Yeah.
also, we're hearing that the pressure washer was the issue on the lights there
Right.
for Epcot. So they still have not figured out how to solve that one, apparently. And the budget. This is the other rumor that we're hearing is too high. So they don't think it affects anyone's stay. So there are no current plans to fix those lights that we are aware of. But that's just a rumor. So take that with a grain of salt. So if you have any thoughts on this, leave them in the comment section down below. I would like to see Epcot, which was my favorite park at one point, get back to that great big, beautiful, experimental prototype community of tomorrow. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Like this video if you found it helpful in any way, and consider subscribing to That Park Plays for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.